r/AskReddit, has anybody had a job they actually liked? If so, what was it? Pizza shop when I was 17. Worked there until I was 22. Met my husband there, my first baby got to run around the place, met some of the friends I still have to this day. The bond we made over that place is incredible. It closed down years ago, but every few years we all still get together and hang out. The pizza shop turned into a bar, so we meet there. That place will forever be special to me. Thank you for sharing, I enjoyed reading this. You could make a movie out of this. In high school I worked in a non-chain pizza shop. The owner was never there and it was just me and my 3 best friends running a pizza shop, not sure how we didn't put it out of business. But my goodness, it was so fun. I would watch this wholesome and nostalgic sitcom. I had the same experience. Small local pizza shop. I worked with all my friends. Boss was chill. It was so much fun and never felt like work. It's all about the people and the management. Your job could be scooping shit and digging ditches, but if the people you work with are awesome, you have a boss who supports you and wants you to do well at work and beyond, and you have good benefits, that's a great job. I had this same conversation a few days ago when asked why I was leaving my job. Software engineer for that Danish company that make plastic bricks I love very minute. I wish you would tell us the name of the company, but I'll let go of that dream. I was a toy designer for about 45 years and loved it. I designed the first 12 Star Wars figures and a bunch of Hot Wheels. I'm retired now and painting. Till Lego is Danish. My job cleaning tables at the largest cafeteria at NDSU. It was easy, the boss treated us humanely, and got 5 free meals a week and all the drinks I wanted. Even had a performance review so good they let me be one of the caterers for a charity even held by Shaq. People sucked, plenty of people would make messes in front of us and give us crap because it was our job to clean for them. Reminder, these were adults. But the boss was good. Let us sit down during quiet times. I'm a sign language interpreter, I love my work. This is so cool. Care to elaborate a bit on how you got into this occupation? I have a friend who sidelines as an emergency sign language interpreter. She gets called a lot to jails and hospitals and gets very depressed. It would be challenging to so frequently try to help people when they are struggling or at their worst. Everyone, there's a legend walking among us. I was gonna say the same. I had to switch career paths for health insurance purposes, but I'll always be an interpreter at heart. I was furloughed during COVID and was paid 80% salary to stay home, and that was the only job I've ever liked. I tend to like most of my jobs for about the first 6 months, before I realize it's as soul-crushing as the last job I had. This is too real. Pet sitting, low stress because I don't take on dogs' aggression. I mainly hang out with cats all day and take 1 to 2 walks with my dog clients/day. Do you have to be in a big city to make a living this way? Pet daycare, very little people, easy work, pool for dogs, dog playground. I worked at one once, enjoyed it, except my boss was terrible and co-workers were toxic. Sort of. First grade teacher. I loved the actual work but I hated the politics and the pay. I'm a librarian, so samesies. I love the kids though, they are the best. Class visits are my favorite. You should do an r/IAMA. If anything, r/Star Wars would love to have you. I left my career and the big hustle of the city, LA, and before that Toronto, and moved to a tiny town in the mountains where I took a job as a baker. It's like living in a Hallmark movie, there isn't a stoplight around for like 30 miles and everything is all Alpine Village and shit. I make half the money I did at my old desk job, but my expenses are half what they were, and I have zero stress. Our customers are always happy because air traffic controller, and very much enjoy it. Also ATC, also very much enjoy it. But it depends on where you work and the overall attitude of the facility. I worked at a Trican with a terrible facility attitude and I hated it. I'm currently working at a tower-only facility with a group of amazing people, and I absolutely love it. Machinist. I was given easy to understand training. The people I work with are great. Managers aren't dicks. And I'm left the F alone and not micromanaged. California tech startup. Office near the beach, co-workers were all super chill, regular company happy hours/parties. Last Fridays we got off like half day, which we just ended up taking to our local bar to hang. Benefits were great too, reimbursed gym, unlimited vacation, matched 401k. That sounds good. I've heard some tech startups can try to work you to death. I'm a crime/investigative analyst for a police department. Well, I was, but now I'm in supervision. It can be really interesting and fun, without the actual danger of being an officer on the street. Unfortunately, not a lot of people even know the field exists. Wow, I love this. Do you mind if I ask how you got into this and your tips for anyone who would want to work in it? I went to college for a degree in criminology and wanted to work in the criminal justice field in some capacity, but didn't want to be a cop. I was an English teacher in Korea for 6 months. I was young, but the students still treated me with respect. I loved that job and I loved living in Korea. Self-employed. My boss is the best. Thank you for helping to create a beautiful part of my childhood. Hey, I am self-employed too. My boss, to be honest, is just kinda meh. 911 operator and dispatcher. Loved it and cried the day I retired, happy and sad tears. I learned so much about people, made great friends, honed several skills, and always felt like I helped someone get through a terrible day by being compassionate, listening and sending help when needed. Working on video games. 99% of the PPL I worked with were awesome. Ski lift operator. We have summer operations as well. I worked my way up to managing my department, but I love just about every day that I'm here. Every year I probably only have 10 bad days at the most. Bartending. Make more than the average American on only 4 days a week. It's fun too, get paid to make drinks and hang out with people. I used to own a nightclub in Hong Kong for a while, loved that job, and then 7 years ago when I was 53 I became a forest school teacher, and I absolutely love being outdoors teaching kids how to use knives, tools, light fires, ID trees and plants, and build dens and make bows and arrows, and how to do backwoods cooking. I'll do this until the day I die, just to hear a kid say, "Wow, this is better than an iPad," said to me 2 days ago. Oh, and I get paid. I'm in high school and work with a guy that owns and manages Airbnb and Furbo properties. I just put furniture together and move stuff and run errands and things. I enjoy putting stuff together, and my boss is an interesting guy who's teaching me a lot. Overall, it gives me a break from school and I get paid while I'm at it, so pretty enjoyable. Learn absolutely everything you can from him. I'm an ESL teacher. It's cool and fun, I like doing it. Only downside is the pay, the hours, and students that don't make an effort. Taught for 41 years. The retirement pay is great. That's the part most people forget about. Toy design is my dream job. How does one get into something like that? Yes. Software engineer. How many years in? It was fun for me too for the first 5-ish years, but by year 10 I was getting sick of it. Now that I'm coming up on year 15, I'm researching other career paths. I like my job now. I work from home for a Canadian factual television series as a story associate. That means I review footage and collaborate with my team to storyboard episodes for each season. I also manage all our social media accounts, create web content, organize our cast and location releases, source and release stock footage, fact-check scripts, etc. It's interesting work and no day is exactly the same, plus I can do it all in my pajamas as long as the top half of me looks presentable in Zoom meetings. Manager of a formal, prom, pageant dress store. There's nothing like the feeling of finding a dress for a young woman that makes her feel beautiful. It's not curing cancer, but very satisfying nonetheless. I'm a roadie. I like my current job. I get to work from home, which is huge, it pays well, and the people are cool. I work for a defense contractor on the space program. In college, I worked at Sam Goody and had the greatest crew I worked with. It was always a fun time, we all got along really well and spent lots of time together outside of work. It has been decades, okay, that's gross to realize, since that time, and many of us still stay in touch, etc. I was a minor rock star / touring musician in the 90s and it was fucking excellent. I'm 60 yo. Thanks for the Hot Wheels, I had quite the collection. When I was in high school I worked at an amusement park called Kings Island. There was a ride called Whitewater Canyon. They had me sit in a shed back in the woods and I'd get to launch water cannons at people as they floated by on their boats. It was the best job ever. I would sit back there eating snacks and drenching people. I'm an electrician now, I like it just fine, but nothing compares to the water cannon job. I'm from Cincy, so can relate. How fun. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.